What'd you see out of Locke last year that checked a box of what you evaluated of him?
You know, Rich, I think the thing about quarterbacks is you can see the physical talent on tape. You can see how they throw it, how they move, how they go through reads, how they're able to get through reads, and so progressions and all that. You can see all that on tape, and I always think that, the number one thing with quarterbacks that's very difficult to read is how are they going to handle the situation, how are they going to handle the pressure of the NFL and the lights when the lights get turned on, how are they going to handle it? And I think, 80% of that, of quarterbacks that make it and fail are the ones that if they fail, they can't adjust to that and can't get used to that and understand, the expectations of them in that position. And so I think what we saw in Drew was the fact we knew he had the physical ability to move around. He was a 4.6 guy at the combine last year, could make all the throws, but how he was going to handle, the whole situation of getting in there when the lights turned on. And I think that was the most encouraging thing that we saw was, he enjoyed playing the game. He came in like, he'd been there before. He was able to bounce back from mistakes and not let mistakes bother him and bounce back from them. And so I think, what we saw mostly in those last 5 games that he started, that, he has the mental capacity not only to handle the offense, but also to handle all the things outside that with the pressure that goes along with being a quarterback.
Well, in terms of,
for the team.
In terms of handling things, John, how does an NFL 100 all-time team quarterback delegate to others potentially to develop a quarterback that he himself has drafted? How do you work on that, John?
Well, I mean, I think number one is, you try to put him in the best system that you can put him in to where he has a chance to be successful. And that's why, to me, coaching is so important. And then the next thing is to be able to have people around him that can help make him successful and give him the ability to go different places and have the opportunity to, like I said, to be successful. So, you got to have both those. I think, with Pat Shurmur coming in as our offensive coordinator this year, who's got a tremendous amount of experience in dealing with young quarterbacks, as well as Mike Shula, who came with him to be our quarterback coach, who has a tremendous amount of experience also. So, you mix the coaching with the talent around the quarterback, and to me that gives them the best chance to be successful.
That said, I mean, if I may, you're John freaking Elway, though. You know what I mean? Like, you don't chime in.
You know what, Rich?
You don't chime in here.
I will tell you this: the thing that I will say is that you're going to be sitting. They're going to put you on the top of that pedestal, and as soon as they do, they're going to try to knock you off the pedestal.
Yeah.
And you got to be tough enough to stay on top of that pedestal and not allow them to knock you off it. And so that comes with confidence and the confidence in yourself, the ability to it, understanding that the world is going to cave at some point in time. You're going to have a poor game, and the world's going to cave in around you. And it's how you handle that coming out and how you handle next week, because you're going to have a lot of good times and you're going to have a lot of tough times. And it's easy handling the good times are easy to handle. It's how you handle the tough times in your career and how you come through that. And as long as you've got your nose to the grindstone,
yeah,
you know that you can do what you're able to do and get out there and continue to work at it, then you'll grind through that. And because it's a grind. They'll as I said, you're on that pedestal for your whole career, and all they try to do is shoot you off. That's your job to stay there.
But you don't ever pull Locke aside or anybody aside, or do you say, hey, my door's open? Because again, what you could do.
No. Yeah, no. I like having conversations with them, and again, I don't do a lot of that because as a quarterback, they're getting instruction from a lot of different points of view from their coaches, offensive coordinator, as well as a quarterback coach, head coach jumps in there every once in a while too. But my thing is big picture with him, right? My deal is to be there for support, help him through the different times that maybe he's going through, that I can give him my experience and how I got through that. So there's no question. The conversations I have with him were definitely on the big picture of playing, not necessarily each different play, but the idea of how to play the game and how to handle everything that goes along with that position. So, yeah, no, the door's always open. I talked to Drew. I haven't talked to him a lot this off season, but definitely plan on talking to him more and having had the experience that I've had to be able to help him with along that way.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.